Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style. Today we're going to be talking about how to tie a scarf, and I'm going to be talking about the once around and the twice around knots. And they're not technically knots, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, these videos will come right to you. In addition, if you like this, if you find it useful, I would appreciate it if you would like it down below. And while you're down there, make sure to grab my free 47-page ebook on men's style. Okay, so let's quickly talk about how to tie the once around. I've done quite a few other videos out there. I talk about the history of scarves. I talk about why to wear a scarf. I talk about, how to buy a scarf and what to look for in a men's scarf. But today we're going to be talking about two knots, very simple knots, and in fact they're not really knots. They're simply the way that you're going to wrap the scarf around the neck. So we have the once around, which you can start right here. Got it even on both sides, and then I'm going to change that up, and I'm going to have about 1/4 of the scarf over here, 3/4 over here, and I'm going to go once around. Very simple. I think this looks best with complicated patterns. It really it doesn't matter how it lays. Whenever you have one color on one side, one color on the other, I don't think this knot looks as great, but you're going to have to adjust it a bit. But overall, this is a surprisingly easy but very effective knot for keeping a man warm. Now, the twice around, I'm going to have to use a different scarf, and let me show you why. So the once around, I can get away with this scarf. It's around 60 inches in length, not counting the tassels here. For the twice around, though, I need a much longer scarf. So for the twice around, I'm going to be going with this scarf right here. And this one's approximately 72 inches, so I needed an extra foot. And let me show you why. So with the twice around, I've got about 1/8 over here, 7/8 down here. And I'm going to go once, I'm going to go twice, and still it's a little bit short over there. So I could have even gone with a 80 or 90 inch scarf here on the twice around. Of course, I can tighten this up, but I don't like wearing it normally that tight. And you can see the effect of going with, we've got gray and a navy on this. This is a silk scarf. Actually, by the way, if you are interested in both of those scarves, they can be found over at my friends at Ohm Delicacy. I'll link to them down below. But what you see here is this knot works pretty well if I'm going to seal up the jacket all the way, but you really need to have a long scarf to do the twice around, although in my opinion the once around, unless you're up in Alaska or northern Canada and you're going to be experiencing sub-zero, but then you have other issues, then you shouldn't probably be dressing just with an overcoat. But no, the twice around works well. It keeps everything out, but it's going to be prone because you don't have a whole lot of fabric laying here to become undone. All right, I'll revert back to the drape, which is a very simple overlay here. No, that was the once around, twice around. Again, check out my other videos. I go into a lot of other ways to tie a scarf in addition to a lot of other information about men's style. If you've got something to add, I'll see you in the comments. Bye-bye.